Kickturn Party.
Kickturn Party.
Yeah, we've moved to a whole different set, a whole new studio, and we're back at you to bring you some more skateboard history. I'm J Cab.
I'm Nat Bite.
JD.
And we're going to show you some good stuff, some stuff that you probably have never seen before unless you work at the History of Skateboard Museum out there in Morro Bay.
JD's about to blow us away with what he brought in Collector's Corners today. Today is going to be a little bit 80s themed, and but I think you might enjoy it. So let's kick right off into JD's Collector's Corner and see what he brought us to look at today.
We've got a 1987 Vision Psycho Stick.
So, in case anybody doesn't remember the Psycho Stick, it was a crazy board that Vision made that's got wavy sides and crazy graphics.
It had the crazy graphics, it had the wavy sides. This was when neon and everything was just happening.
Vision streetwear was real big.
Oh, streetwear was big. And this was the Psycho Stick. It was their generic model. They didn't have to pay anybody. This guy was not on their payroll.
And they actually sold a lot because they were crazy.
Exactly.
It was such a pop culture icon that NSX put it on the cover
of their most popular album.
And that's it right there.
There it is, right there. These, for you kids who don't know who NXS was, they were huge during the 80s. I mean, they were almost as big as this guy's hair. They were just something else.
They were the alternative U2.
I remember going to see them, I believe, at the Coliseum here in Knoxville. Yes.
Yeah.
And that guy jumped out. They threw him this board, not this particular board, but a Vision Psycho Stick. From Allstate, he jumped on it. I think he was the bass player, maybe, and he stood on it and rode across the stage. He had a tough time making it all the way across the stage, but he did ride a skateboard across the stage.
You could tell for his front foot. He's trying to
on the cover.
It was one of the.
Whoever took that picture is an idiot. That's not skateboarding.
I think what that is what they call photoshopping.
Where they were actually cutting stuff out,
exactly,
snipping that stuff out,
cut and paste. Exactly. But I remember seeing that guy ride it across stage and going, holy moly, there's a skateboard in the middle. All these people think skateboarding is cool for, the next 4 seconds. And then as soon as I walked out, I got hassled for wearing Vans. I only rode a couple of Vision boards. One of them was a Gator, and we all know about his legacy with the Psycho Stick and skating and everything. But did you guys ever ride any Vision boards? I got
Gators.
Mine was forever. A hand-me-down from Walker.
Yeah.
I only rode one Vision skateboard, I think, the entire time, and that was Tom Grolski Jersey Devil models, my very first real professional skateboard.
Oh, yeah. We were just talking about that just a minute ago, about our first skateboards and what we all had.
East Coast.
I bought it for $10 used. I bought a set of 159s used for $10, then I bought a set of Rat Bones from Mike DeLong for $10.
Hey!
And, they were 97As, and they sucked in the street, but they were great on the backyard.
Yeah, well,
they were great on
you
the
proved it, man. You learned how to do the huge airs.
That was my first professional real skateboard after the Kmart, era. That was 1985.
85? JD, what was your first real skateboard?
Mine had to be a Fiberflex.
A real Fiberflex?
Real Fiberflex.
Bowl rider or
just the park rider? Yeah,
the park rider.
Yeah. After all the dashes and freeformers,
right?
Trackers and
tracker mid tracks, half tracks,
mid tracks, and probably I have to do some thinking on the wheels. That's gonna hurt. That's really blowing my mind.
Well, I'm gonna keep you up on that. Wondering about what that was. My first board was I saved up for it, birthday money and all that stuff. A Logan Erskine 27-inch Bruce Logan model with Bennett hijackers.
Oh Lord!
And Road Rider 4s. It was an awesome board. It was like going from a Nash to something like that. It was like going from a.
It's totally different.
It was like going from a little MG or something that's about to fall apart to a Cadillac. Yeah. It was just remarkable how amazing
and
precision
how much it
bearings
improves
were.
your ability to skate.
Exactly.
As skateboarding technology progressed, I mean, I remember thinking, God, this is so much easier to ride, until it got to the popsicle stage, and I was like, why is my skateboard 34 inches long? I've got a few shape boards. I've ridden a few shape boards. I've still got some set up. My street cruiser is. Yeah. But when it comes to park riding, I'd ride the popsicle.
Yeah.
Big 8.5, but that's what I rode.
I mean, that was part of the problem with the skateboard in the 70s. Is why I think it kind of died. Is because the parks were built so gnarly, and you were on these little skinny ass boards.
And that's all we knew.
That's all we knew.
It was too hard. Unless you were one of the one or two guys in the local scene that could just shred whatever.
Yeah, I mean...
You see pictures from California at that time, and those guys are going nuts on these big, huge vert walls on these little tiny boards. And there was a lot of ripping going on, but it was it didn't really start to progress until after the pig revolution.
Yeah.
Boards got a little bit wider.
That
and
was
then,
what, 79, 80?
You know, it was just like 79, 78, 79. It was right after that all of a sudden you started getting like backside frontside airs. They were 8 on the 8.5 inchers. But then you started getting like inverts and layback airs.
Well, because now you were standing on something that was the size of your feet. You know, you could actually hold on and fucking ride.
And then a couple of years later, it was like standing on something the size of a table.
Yeah,
because
that was
you got
good.
the West Humpson
really, and then
those
you put
things
as
were
much
huge.
plastic on it as you
It's
could.
like,
And it weighed 50 pounds.
Yeah, put some wheels and trucks on this coffee table here, and you're ready to rock. You know, we'd ride those in the
Well,
skateboard.
and now it's come full circle because now skateboards are getting smaller again, so the kids can.
Everybody's gonna hang out here tonight. Alright. We'll pass out in the flat. Alright. Tonight. We got nothing better to do than to take 6 runs, drink a dozen brews. Don't talk about anything else. We don't wanna know. We're dedicated. Smoke and roll! Backside slasher! Website ground! Kickturn Party! We'll hang out by the peanut pool all night! And every night! Then go someplace else and smoke and yell! It's Friday night! We got nothing better to do than take 6 runs. Drink a dozen